Hello, hello, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Here we are. We are officially live on the Student Dream Investors Club meeting. This is our third meeting of the month. First meeting of July 31st, 2024. So how's everybody doing? Let me know. I want to see in the chat. You can put in give me a quick nod as to where you're coming from. What school are you representing? What city are you representing? Okay, NYC's in the building. What part of NYC are we talking? Are we talking Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan, Staten? What part of New York City is represented here? So let's see. Pardine, you got to let me know what part. Kylie, let me know what city are you representing? What school you're representing? For all those who don't know me, my name is Nina Uguomo, and I am representing beautiful Brooklyn, New York. I'm representing Howard University, class of 2012, School of Business. But I am currently in another city that I can't wait to share. Okay, so Kylie, we got Kylie in from beautiful Brooklyn. Let's go. I'm right in normally I'm downtown Brooklyn, so that's dope. That's great to see a fellow neighbor. All right, so we got Kylie from Brooklyn. Fardine, where are you coming from? Martin, let us know what city, what school you're representing.
Hello. I'm representing University of Illinois at Chicago. Are we
Hey,
going back to alma maters?
yeah,
Yeah.
we're going all the way back.
Yeah. Went to UIC, University of Illinois at Chicago in Chicago. I'm based in New York, in Harlem, which is in Manhattan.
Nice.
Um, but we love Brooklyn too.
That's dope. Great. So I see we have one Brooklynite in the building. And it'd be great if you all are able to come on camera. It's always good to see faces. So definitely encourage you. It's a really great way to be able to connect with other people in the community, just get a sense of where everybody's coming from. So yeah, without further ado, we're just gonna jump right into this session of the Student Dream Investors Club. So welcome. Welcome, Kylie from Brooklyn. Welcome, Martin, our awesome coach. I like the contacts today, Martin. I see you switching it up. Okay. So, Martin, how's
But
the week
you
been?
know, I gotta change it up, you know.
You got to. You got
Yeah.
to. How's the week been treating you?
Week's been good. Very
Okay.
good. Yeah, no, I'm starting a new role obviously this week and going to the office starting tomorrow. But other than that, I hosted some family in town. That was a good time. How about yourself?
Nice. Oh, I'm great. I'm great. So I am reporting live from lovely Paris, France on today. And so that's really fun. I'm came here for the Olympics to enjoy that before I go on official vacation beginning I think next Wednesday, the 6th or the 7th, my official vacation starts. And so I figured,
Yeah.
hey, let me work remotely in the meantime
Yeah.
and just enjoy the 6 hour difference. I can get some stuff done in the early morning hours and then clock in the afternoon. So it's great. It's been really fun.
It sounds like financial health right there. And financial
Yes.
abundance.
Yes, that is exactly what it is. This trip was completely paid for in cash. So yeah, I did not go into debt going on this trip. Um, and there's actually going to be a lot of great investments that come out of it. So I'm super excited.
Amazing.
Awesome. So Kylie, we'd love to hear from you. You get all of us to ourselves. It's just you on the line right now. So I'd love to hear like what school you're representing and what brought you to the session here today. You can either put it in the chat or but yeah, it'd be great to
Hi,
hear from you. Hey,
hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So I am currently looking for a new school to apply to, but I'm coming from BMCC. Um,
Nice,
my major, my major was business administration. But I'm looking to change that in the near future.
nice.
What was the other part of the question? Because it kind of cut off.
Yeah, the question was what brought you here today? Like what's one thing you want to get out of today's session?
Well, I just every time I get an email of like any kind of like meeting or a Zoom link where they're talking about anything like a financial thing or just an opportunity based thing. I just love to hear it out. Like even, even if I, might hear something new or might hear something that I already know, I just love to be involved with different I guess I would say opportunities to learn. I just
Yeah,
think it's just very helpful to just hear these things to move forward with whatever I'm doing and just kind of like get a new perspective on things. So yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. I love it. I love it. And yeah, there's really, when it comes to this area around just financial health and financial wealth and what it looks like to budget like a billionaire, there's so much to it. Like there's never, you can never stop learning. So awesome that you're taking the time to actually invest in yourself because you will absolutely see the fruit of that. Cool. So without further ado, I will introduce myself and then let Martin introduce myself and we'll jump right in. So again, welcome everyone to Student Dream Investors Club, where we are helping you invest in yourself and really helping you to build wealth. We have these weekly meetings to talk about different topics in the area of personal finance, investing, and entrepreneurship so that you can become financially healthy and build your Black wealth. So for those of you who are new to Student Dream is a financial education nonprofit that trains Black and Brown students to build wealth. Most students struggle with money, and we want to help them win with money before and after graduation. And so we always have courses and content around personal finance, investing, and entrepreneurship so that you can start to build your wealth right now. And I'm the founder of this awesome organization. I have been teaching, investing, building companies for the last 12 years and having a lot of fun doing it. And I will pass it on to my colleague, Martin, who will introduce himself briefly and his background. Go ahead, Martin.
Yes, thank you, Nana. So my name is Martin Hunter. I am originally from Chicago. I've been working in the financial services industry for about 7, 8 years. I've worked in commercial banking. I've also done a couple different roles in my current firm as in fixed income and institutional equities, working with institutional clients, where I sat as a credit trader in fixed income as and an account manager, working with hedge fund clients in the institutional equities division at Morgan Stanley, which is still within the spectrum of sales and trading. Currently working on a transition in the wealth management business. So definitely have a wide array of experiences outside of my day to day in terms of my professional career. I'm also an entrepreneur at heart, and am doing work in real estate, with multifamily with multifamily properties. So that being said, very, very passionate about, building wealth. I come from, uh, a very, lower middle class, excuse me, lower class background. My family's originally from the deep South, so not much financial education growing up. I'm a first generation college student as well, so pursuing education was a really big deal for me. A lot of things had to go right for me to be where I am today. And I'm very, very, I love doing forums like this. I'm very passionate about wealth building and helping people unlock the keys and mental toolkits to figuring out their own paths. So I'm really honored to be a part of this forum and to be a bridge builder, if you will, for folks like yourself. And also, I'm also still learning and figuring things out for myself. And I remain a sponge and I'm humble in that way as well. So that's a little bit about my background.
Awesome. Yeah, and Martin definitely is a humble guy. He's solid. He's definitely done his thing. So always awesome to have you here, Martin, and have you as a coach. All right, y'all. So basically the agenda for today, we've been talking about what it looks like to budget like a billionaire. So part of my background, I've worked in tech, I've started my own companies, but I also worked for a billionaire. And there is a different way that they go about managing money. And part of that approach to how they manage money is centered around budgeting and making sure they're very clear on how many assets they are managing and where those assets are going to go to work for them. They always understand what their numbers are. Here at Student Dream, if you come here long enough and if you're a part of the community, you'll hear me say, know your numbers, know your numbers, know your numbers. And so when it comes to what we do here at Student Dream and what it looks like to budget like a billionaire, you got to know your numbers. And so we have been talking about creating financial vision, creating financial goals, and creating a financial plan. All right. And so that's what we've done these last few weeks. But today we're really going to dive a bit deeper into financial goals. Right. So last week we talked about what it looks like to have a vision for your finances, because that's what billionaires do. They always have a view of where they want their money to be and what they want it to be doing and what they want to be able to do with their money, not just a month from now, but 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 5 years from now. And then secondly, they translate that vision into goals, right? But goals not just that are broad, but very specific, measurable, actionable, relevant, and time-bound goals. So as you're thinking, hey, I want to budget like a billionaire, you got to get clear on what your financial goals are. And so in the next 30 minutes that we have with each other, we're going to dive deeper into what it looks like to budget like a billionaire by setting financial goals. Okay. So that's my goal for you. I want you to walk away with knowing how I can budget like a billionaire in the way I set smart financial goals. Okay. And so my expectation for you all is to participate. I didn't say this earlier, but billionaires are on camera. Billionaires don't shy away from showing their face, from participating, from talking. And that's my expectation, right? That's my request of you all, is to participate. If you're in a setting where you can turn on your camera, turn on your camera. Ask questions. Be honest, be bold with what you want, what you need, where you're at. Okay. And so, quick icebreaker. I want to know, what's one thing that you're thankful for today? I'll go first, then Martin will go, and then Kylie and Abdul. So one thing that I am thankful for today, man, I'm just thankful for so many things. But if I were to name one that comes to mind, the first, what am I most thankful for? There's so much. I am thankful for, man, just getting to be here at the Olympics. I mean, it is so cool. Like, I love sports. If you know me, I love sports. I love basketball particularly, but I really love all sports and just physical activity. And it has been such a dream come true to be able to enjoy the Olympics here in Paris, France, because I love culture. I studied international business growing up in Howard. So I'm so grateful that I get to be here. And I'm grateful for just how hospitable and friendly people in France are, at least the people I've interacted with. So that's me. And so I'll pass it to you, Martin.
Yeah, no, that is an amazing opportunity, and honestly, a once in a lifetime, dream. Considering that the Olympics comes around every 4 years, I definitely aspired to be there, as a student athlete, back in the day, and so that is an amazing, and cherishable experience for sure. For myself, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm happy to be alive, happy to be breathing. Because at the end of the day, this money talk is obviously very crucial and important, as you looking to achieve your goals and dreams. But it's nothing without family. It's nothing without friends. It's nothing without a vision. And so I'm just happy to to be here, be healthy, and be able to foster relationships with my friends and family every single day.
I love it. All right, I'll pass it to Kylie and then Abdul.
So I'm sorry. We're saying what we're proud of.
What's one thing you're thankful for?
Thankful. I would say my mindset. Honestly, I think a lot of people, it might not be their fault, but a lot of people don't have the mindset that I do, and I think that I'm very lucky to have the mindset of just being open to new things, and wanting to always grow. A lot of people I know they're comfortable with staying the same, and I think my mindset is what really makes me, and it kind of is what pushes me forward, and I think it's gonna get me to where I want to be. So I'm thankful for my mindset, and yeah.
I love that. I love that. Thank you. That's powerful, man. Mindset is everything. Abdul, what's up? Good to see you, my man. So tell us what borough you representing, what school? Talk to us.
How are you guys? I was born and raised in Brooklyn, but I moved to Staten Island recently, so I would say I'm more of a Staten Island guy.
All
And
right.
yeah, I want to share the the one thing that I'm most thankful for is the constants of the world that God put on this earth. Like, for example, God is a constant. You got family. Family is a constant. You're always gonna have family. You got what's it called? Rest. Rest is a constant. You're always gonna find a way to sleep. It doesn't matter who you are, you're gonna, sleep. Those type of
You got
things
to. Yeah.
I value because yeah, it pushes you to the next level. And like, even though you want to be a constant in this world, you're just well, you are a constant. I'm a constant myself, to other
Yeah.
people around, you know. Like, it's good to make that important, but you also want to strive to be a constant in the field that you're going into. Like, my field is engineering, so everything that entitles engineering, I want to be like, I want to be, somebody who people will look to for,
Yes.
for that support and stuff like that. So yeah,
I love that. What are you still in school, or
that's
what year are
yeah.
you?
I actually recently graduated,
Oh,
so yeah.
congratulations. Where
Thank you.
from?
From College of Staten Island.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you're local. And it was
Yeah.
so you're May 2024 graduate.
Yes.
Wow, that's a big deal, man. Congratulations. All right.
Thank you.
That's what's up. That's a big deal. Real ripe time. So this is great that you're on this call. For real.
Yeah.
So thankful for the
I recently
constants.
got a interview. Well, they gave me an interview before, but I didn't do good. But I
Yeah.
recently got an interview with Con Ed. So I'm looking to, pursue my dreams with them, see how far that takes me, see if I
Yeah.
could, be good with them. So yeah.
Yeah. I love it. Awesome. So this is all good, y'all. So this is really important because both for you, Kylie, and for you, Abdul, where we're at now, like, Kylie, you were talking about, hey, I want to figure out what my next move is when it comes to picking a school, because that's definitely going to impact your financial goals. And even with you, Abdul, as you're interviewing and finding out what that next job is, that's also going to impact your financial goals. Okay. And so when we start today, right, I want y'all to type it in the chat for me. Budget like a billionaire. Type it in the chat. Budget like a billionaire. Because we got to know this stuff. I want to see it. I'm waiting. Budget like a billionaire. I want to see Kylie put it in there. I want to see Abdul put it in there. All right, Kylie, we got budget like a billionaire. Thank you, Kylie. All right, we got Abdul, budget like a billionaire. All right, the way to budget like a billionaire is to have financial goals, okay? Every single billionaire, if they're not a billionaire by accident, they have financial goals. And so I want y'all to write this in the chat, because if you're a part of the Student Dream community, this next statement is true to you. And I want you to declare this over your life. I have financial goals. Write that in the chat. I have financial goals. Okay. I have financial goals, right? I want to budget like a billionaire. So best believe the person coaching you, me, I have financial goals, right? Martin, if he's a part of the student dream, which he is as a coach, best believe he has financial goals. Yes, Abdul, you best believe you have financial goals. All right, perfect. So if we are to budget like a billionaire, we have to have financial goals. If you don't have financial goals, you are not budgeting like a billionaire. But you're about to learn how to budget like a billionaire by having these financial goals. Okay. And number one, you have financial goals. And number two, you have financial goals in 5 areas, y'all. Okay. There's 5 areas that you have to have financial goals in. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5. Okay. And I'm going to go over the 5 with you over this next few minutes. So the first area where we have to have a financial goal is in our earnings. Okay. Earnings. How much do I need and want to earn per year? Okay. And for real, if you want to get deeper, and we get a lot deeper on this in our Student Dream Investors Gold membership, but you really got to get into per year, per month, per bi-weekly, per weekly, and per hour. That's where you really got to go. But we'll just do basic level today. So you got earnings. After earnings, right? If you want to budget like a billionaire, you not only need an earnings goal, but you need a saving/investing goal. Okay. And that's asking, how much do I want to save and invest per year? Okay. Every billionaire does that. They don't just say, oh, I don't know what I'm saving. Oh, I got $5. I'll do this. Oh, maybe I'll buy a piece of this $10 stock on Cash App, or oh, I'll buy a little crypto on Cash App. Nah, that's whack. You're not budgeting like a billionaire if you're just so ambiguous and ambivalent with it. But if you are budgeting like a billionaire, you have a savings and investing goal, and you know specifically, you know your numbers, you know how much do I want and really do I need to save and invest per year. Number 3, every single billionaire, they have a goal when it comes to spending, right? They know, what is my spending limit per year, right? Every single billionaire knows that if they're budgeting like a billionaire. Again, I've worked with these guys. All right. Number 4, right? Outside of the spending, number 4, every single billionaire has not just a earnings goal, not just a saving goal, not just a spending goal, but they also have an investing goal. So I actually should have put saving and investing separately. So they say, how much do I want to invest per year? Okay. That's what the real joint is. So not only do they know their savings, right? Not only do they know their earnings, not only do they know their spending limit, but they know, yo, here's exactly how much I need to invest per year, how much I want, and really, again, how much I need to invest per year. Okay, and then lastly, because anybody ever received a scholarship here? Raise your hand if you received a scholarship. I did. Thank God I received over $80,000 in scholarships during my time at Howard. My refund checks were in scholarships at Howard. And yeah, so that's why I'm teaching this course.
All points.
So if y'all didn't receive a scholarship, or if you have, you would notice that these scholarships are made by foundations, and these foundations are funded by billionaires. Hence, every single billionaire, they have a giving goal. How much do I want and need to give per year? Okay. And so for anybody who's ever had a mom or a dad or a sibling or a spouse, right? Or a lover, right? You want to shower them with gifts and kindness, and you get them gifts for their birthdays, for the holidays, for special occasions. If there's causes that you care about, right? Charity, you give to your your church or your place of worship, right? You give to causes, right? If you see, oh my gosh, look at what's happening in the Middle East, I want to send humanitarian aid there. You do that. If there's a political politician you want to win a campaign, you give to that. You give to causes that you care about, and you give to change that you want to see happen. Hence why there's giving goals. I have a giving goal, right? Martin has a giving goal, and billionaires have giving goals. And so those are the 5 areas, y'all. If you want to budget like a billionaire, not only do you need to have financial goals, but you have to have financial goals in those 5 areas. Earnings, how much do you need and want to earn per year? Savings, how much do you want to and need to save per year? Spending, what is your spending limit per year, right? Because that's super important. And then we have our, again, spending limit. Like, what is my spending limit? Okay. And then you have investing. How much do I want and need to invest per year? And you have your giving. How much do I want and need to give per year? All right. So I know that was a lot. I want to pause there before I go to the next session. Any questions, comments? Abdul, Kylie, how did that resonate with you? What resonated with you, if anything? I would love some feedback. Talk to me. Or you can put it in the chat. There we go. Abdul's at the top.
Yeah, I was gonna say in no particular order. I have goals, but like I ordered them. I didn't separate. You know what I mean? Like I ordered them. Like I wanna earn this much amount in much time, and I don't have a goal, and that's spending goal. I don't have the rest of those things because so much it's focused on just earning so I could splurge or whatever. Yeah, so that's probably why why like I I just been focused on one thing. So like I try to get that, but like splitting it into 5, I don't think is like the best way of going about it. So even though like people have success and go and like splitting up their tasks and everything, but I don't know. I feel like focusing on one thing at a time is really like how you should go about like break. And then you like once you achieve one thing, you then go to the next level and say, okay, maybe I want to earn this much and save this much. And then you go to the next level and then you say, I want to earn this much, save this much, and spend this much. So that's how I feel. Or maybe you start off with earning this much, spending this much, so you can earn more, and then you go into other goals like I want to earn this much, save this much, spend this much, and invest this much, and then you go to the next level, and then you have like enough money where you could give also. So that's why like I feel like it's just levels instead of like having everything set up for you at one time and you just following that procedure. I don't know. That's how I go about it.
Go ahead, Martin.
Oh, yeah. And thank you for the feedback, Abdul, and very, very, very valid. I think at the end of the day, we all have, the natural conditioning and attachment to money that is very, very unique and obviously, specific to our experiences, how we grew up, managing money, what we even think money is. I think it's important to take a step back and to recognize and to define like what is money, right? And money is a tool, and it's designed to literally work for you and to grow. And when it comes to wealth building, I think one of the principles of building wealth is to actually think about, placing your money in separate buckets, because you want to essentially be prepared and to prepare yourself for these particular goals and visions. Most of us, like myself, grew up I grew up at or below the poverty line, if you will. And so the economy that I grew up in was just all about survival. You make money, you pay the bills, you make money, you spend it. But in reality, money is designed to actually be placed in several different buckets, achieving several different objectives, so that way you can then set yourself up to do whatever it is you want to do. And of course, I think that to everybody's credit here, it's important to take a step back and recognize the emotional attachment we have to building wealth, and to actually making, earning, investing, etc. So that being said, money is a tool. It's designed to work for you when you're asleep. It's designed for you to work for you while you're at work. It's designed to work for you while you're playing with your dog,
Yeah.
etc. And it's important to think about how can I best prepare myself for my goals and my visions, right? Because we all want to get married one day, right? We all want to have kids one day. We all want to buy a house one day. We all want to retire one day, right? By the grace of God, knock on wood, right? Like you're going to be old one day, right? And you need to prepare for those different phases of life and the unexpected as well. So I just
Yeah.
want to throw that point.
That's really good, Martin. And to add on that, just share your story, right, about purchasing your first property, right? Did you stop thinking about savings or earnings or investing or your spending when you made that investment in your first property?
Yeah. As we all know, right, purchasing a home or a property, especially, in this particular market is very, 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 very difficult. I mean, there's so many different types of there's different layers of resources and things that have to go right, in order to make a purchase that is a good purchase, right? Obviously, I had to do my diligence to obviously do my research. I had to have some money saved up. I had to prioritize and decide that, hey, this is what I want to do, right? I had to take a risk and actually, make the purchase, right? I had to negotiate. I mean, but anyway, that being said, none of this would have been possible it wasn't, if it wasn't for actually prioritizing, saving, and going after the resources that is going to help allow me to make this, this rational and irrational decision. I had to utilize my 401k. I had to save over the course of X amount of years in order to even have enough money to utilize my 401k, as a down payment. I had to have good credit, to get a solid pre-approval, for the money that I needed to purchase the home, right? I had to have something to play with, and I had to have a priority, in my personal life to be frugal in order to do that, and I definitely contribute that with being goal oriented, and obviously prioritizing that, hey, this is going to set me up. So what does this mean now that I purchased, an investment property? What does this look like? That means that I'm a landlord. That means I have tenants, that are not only paying my mortgage but also providing me passive income as well to offset some of my personal expenses. Obviously I own a home, which means that if you look at the history of real estate, right, real estate is the one asset in the or at least one of the few alternative assets that actually has gone up in value over the last, several decades, right? So I get appreciation potential and equity just simply from holding this asset, just simply from taking cash from one bucket to another bucket that naturally appreciates, and that is wealth building, right? That is a business, and just to keep in mind, like, that's just one area of many different areas, when you think about investing and saving, that can contribute to wealth building and securing your future for you and your families. But just use myself as an
Awesome.
example.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's so good. That's so good because again, like no harm, no foul, Abdul, but again, we've worked with billionaires. And so unless you've worked with a billionaire, I wouldn't take your advice to heart, right? It's important to, if you want to be somewhere and go somewhere, you should talk to someone who's actually been there and done that. And while personal finance is personal, people can do whatever they want with their money. Having worked with billionaires, both of us, right? We know how they spend their money and how they budget. And if you want to budget like a billionaire, this is the approach. If not, do whatever approach has worked for you. But if that approach is not yielding the billions of dollars that you want to pursue, then I don't think that's the best course of action. But based on you all being here, based on the fact that you all are here at the program called Budget Like a Billionaire, I suggest that I would recommend you following this approach. And particularly for anybody who plays sports, I played sports, right? I did basketball, Martin did track, Kylie, Abdul, let me know in the chat if you all played sports. You know that the goal is to win, right? The overall goal is to win. And part of winning, particularly in basketball, yes, we need to get the ball in the basket. That is the one thing we want to do. We want to get the ball in the basket. But that doesn't mean we don't play defense. It doesn't mean we don't pass. It doesn't mean we don't run a play to get open. It doesn't mean we don't have outbounds plays, inbounds plays, practice free throws, right? There's multiple things we need to do. There's literally, you think about the concept of a triple threat. You need to be able to pass, dribble, shoot, play defense, run offense. Those are 5 things in order to win, right? And so in the same sense, in order to succeed with money and building wealth, which is our goal, yes, you need to earn, but you also need to save, you need to spend properly, you need to invest, you need to give. And so when we oftentimes design our programming and the way we look at it as a game, if we want to win the money game, we need to be consistently every single week earning, saving, spending, investing, and giving. Those are things we're constantly tracking. Okay, and that's our approach, and that's how we win the overall game. But Kylie, I'd love for you to drop it in the chat.
The way you guys totally explained it was yeah, it was appealing to me. So I think and you guys have like some proof behind it. So I guess I will take heed to what you guys are saying, and try to follow some steps. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. And of course, that earnings, that's going to be the engine, right? I would say earnings is that's like your conditioning, right? No player in basketball can shoot the ball. They can't play defense. They can't play offense if they're out of shape, right? So definitely your engine to being able to saving, investing, giving is your earnings. So absolutely, that's super important. But at the same time, we got to think about the other things as well. So, but yeah, Kylie, if you have anything, I'd love to hear from you. You can drop it in the chat. And so, yeah, y'all, we have about a few more minutes. And so let's just go down the list, right? When it comes to these areas, I'll give y'all let's take 2 minutes to just kind of think through these 5 questions. When it comes to earnings, how much do you want and need to earn per year? Savings, how much do you want and need to save per year? Spending, what is your spending limit for the year? Investing, how much do you want and need to invest per year? And then giving, how much do you want and need to give this year? And again, personal finance is personal. So what I want to do is different from what Martin's doing, is different from what Abdul's doing, different from what Kylie is doing. So I would love, let's just take 2 minutes to just think about that, and then we'll come back, and I'd love for you all to write down your answers in the chat and share them, and then we can talk about it at about in 2 minutes. All right, so we'll come back at 1:11. All right, and break. I'm going to be here. I'll be on camera, but we'll come back at 1:11. All right, y'all, we are back. I'd love to share. Let's go around and each of you can just share one of your goals. And you can choose from whichever you'd like to choose from on the list. So I'll go first, and then I'll let Martin go. And then I'd love to hear from Kylie and Abdul. All right, so man, where should I start? Which one? Should I do my earnings goal? I'll do my earnings goal because that's been a big focus of mine this year. I've really wanted to earn more so that I can save and invest more, because I am going to be getting pretty aggressive when it comes to some of my investing goals for like the next 5 years. And I also want to prepare to purchase a home. So I'm trying to save up more for a down payment. And so that requires me to earn more. And so my earnings goal for this year, I literally have it written down on my handy dandy budget. So let me pull it up. So, I gotta pull it up. Give me a second. All right, perfect. My earnings goal this year is to earn 165,000 pounds this year. So 165,000 pounds. And so the reason I did this in pounds in particular is because I travel a lot. And so there's one time about 3 years ago, I was doing a Euro trip. I went to Italy. I went to Italy, Greece, London, and Ireland. And when I went to London, I was like looking at the exchange rate. The pound was so much more valuable than the dollar. And I was like, man, I don't want to get paid in dollars no more. Y'all need to pay me in pounds. And so now I changed my earnings goals to be in pounds so that I can, it's just like a little nerdy thing I do. It's just so I can I can be able to not get frustrated by the exchange rates when I travel to Europe. And now, having gone to Switzerland, which is actually probably the most expensive place in Europe, I now want to get paid in francs. So I'll probably change that to 165,000 francs per year by December 31st, 2024. All right, so that's me. Martin, I'll let you go next. And then we can bring up the rare with Abdul and Kylie.
Yes, absolutely. I would say that that a big part of my financial vision, if you will, financial goals is definitely in the investment and saving space. Obviously, I've made a purchase, and that's the first purchase of what will be many purchases, similar purchases in real estate. So savings is obviously a really big part of that. But part of the objective as the reason why I'm investing in real estate is to create passive income. And so over the long term, the next 5 to 10 years, I have a earnings goal of $25,000 a month from passive income and alternative income sources. And so basically, like, what does that look like if you were to just put a quick example on it? Let's just say I purchase a property that is yielding $5,000 a month, right, in net earnings and net passive income. Well, 25,000 divided by 5,000, would mean I would need 5 properties, earning $5,000 a month each, net, in order to achieve that $25,000 a month goal. And so eventually, that's what I'd like to get to, and that comes out to like 250 to $300,000 a year. So that's one of my goals.
Come on, sir. Come on, sir. Woo. Gets me excited, man. Because see, that's the beauty of being in a community like this. You hear people's goals and it stretches your vision. I would argue and I would assume that both Kylie and Abdul, have you ever heard anybody share those type of goals before? Very specifically, that I want to earn 165,000 francs a year, or I want to earn $250,000 a year in passive income from these 5 properties. Ever heard anything like that?
That specifically, like being specific like that, I don't think so. I'm not.
Yeah.
Like, everybody says like streamline to like 100,000. They'll be like, oh, I want to at least do this, but I don't think it's realistically, because like they're not as specific as, like, they don't need it for anything. Like, they're not being like, it's not being used for anything like the way he's using it for. Like,
Yeah.
it's just
It's
yeah,
vision.
it's
And when we
yeah.
talked about
It's
last week, it's like you got to
mhm,
start with the vision. And once you have the vision, that will help you translate things into specific goals.
right.
So that's just, again, the beauty of this community and why we actually see students start to build wealth as a result of being a part of this community. But I'll let you take it from there. Share one of your goals.
Okay, one of my goals, like, I'm very can you hear me? I'm a very simple guy. I don't like to, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like nice things, but at the end of the day, I also like simplicity, and I like
Yeah, no need to apologize. Personal finance is personal. That's what I always say. So
so I don't really want the 100,000 mark. I'll say a good 50,000. That's good for me, and that's my earning goal. And it will lead me to, securing but don't get me wrong, like my spending goal is like more than my earning goal, but at the end of the day, like as long as I'm like saving and investing, maybe it would lead to other things. So yeah.
Martin, I'm gonna let you speak to that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed the end of that. I was multitasking. Can you say that? Can you say try that one more time, Abdul? I apologize.
Okay. So my earning goal is 50,000, but it's more than my spending goal.
Yeah. Well, I think that when it comes to financial, like basic financial literacy and principles, right? Like technically it's not about how much you make, right? Like it is, but you know, you can work a job and make $50,000, right? Like, and or you can work a job and make $100,000. But what's most important is how much money you actually keep,
Right.
right?
Right.
Because the money you actually keep is what's gonna help provide you cushion to be able to do the things that you want to do. So you know, keep in mind that no matter what the number is that you're earning, you definitely always, just fundamentally speaking, want to, you know, obviously spend less than what you're earning because then you're actually saving. If you're not saving, or, you know, then your money's just going out the door, and you're not, and you know, unfortunately, you compromise the ability to be able to build a cushion. So, like, you know, having you know, saving for like an emergency, you know, rainy day fund, or your ability to actually invest in in the stock market or real estate or whatever that area is. So, you know, I would definitely adjust your goal, you know, to being able to save as much as possible. So your earnings
Maybe
goal and your
I did
spending.
the math. I don't know if I did the math wrong, but it's looking real. I don't know. I gotta do the math again, but yeah, maybe 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 I. But I definitely, you know, at least need to have a percentage based thing going on. You know, have like more of a clear cut vision. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
I mean,
a
I would
really
add
big.
to that. I would
Mhm.
add to that just one thing that's super important, Abdul, and I didn't mention this earlier. I should have, I meant
mm-hmm,
to. But
mm-hmm,
the way that student dream, we define wealth, because again, we are helping you to build your Black wealth. And that means Black, Latino, tribal, anybody who is in those different groups that fall under the lower end of the racial wealth gap, which are people of color often. So because the
mm-hmm.
average African American household has $16,000 of wealth, and it's very similar with Latino households, tribal households, and we want to shift that. And so the way we define wealth at Student Dream is earning and saving more than you spend with joy, integrity, and generosity. So to be
Got
wealthy and to build your Black wealth, you
it. Mm-hmm.
have to be earning and saving more than you spend with joy, integrity, and generosity. Because if there's just exhaustion and burnout and stress that comes when, I'm sure we've all been broke. Anybody here been broke? I've been broke, and that's stressful.
Yep.
It's exhausting. Right? And so I don't want that for you. And so that is why I, in order for you to have the peace, the relaxation, the freedom, the generational wealth, the legacy, right, that I know you want and need for not only yourself, but your children and your children's children, you have to be earning and saving more than you spend with joy, integrity, and generosity. And that could mean be you earning 50,000. But you said you live in New York City, sir. I live in New York City. If you were in maybe West Virginia or Iowa, right, or Tulsa, Oklahoma, maybe that could be enough. But yo, 50,000 in New York, you're gonna be stressed, right?
And to
Yeah.
Nana's point, and that's to Nana's point, I mean, if you just look at the numbers, just go look at the numbers alone. The average one bedroom apartment in Manhattan is literally $5,000 to $6,000 in rent a month. And, definitely keep in mind that cost of living, in different markets and different cities have wide ranges. So yeah, to Nana's point, right? Earning $50,000 in somewhere, I don't know, in Kentucky might actually be a nice, a nice, comfortable, way of living. You could absolutely find a cheap apartment, pay less than $1,000 a month. You can probably, find a cheap car, and you could probably save a good portion of $50,000. But in a city like New York City, that's really tough. So definitely, I would encourage you to elevate your way of thinking, in that earnings area. But again, at the end of the day, it's not just about how much money you earn, right? It's about how much money you save. So, if 50,000 is your objective, that's great. But definitely tailor it to your actual, like, realistically, like, your actual lifestyle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it's more than you're spending, cool. But if it's not, and again, that's where we really we have to go into the weeds to figure that out. And that's what we do in our extended gold membership. But yeah. But thanks for sharing. That was really good. Good start. Good start, Abdul.
Thank-
All right. And I just wanted to see if Kylie, if you wanted to share anything.
Yeah, so I would say I think well, this is kind of like a personal goal that I've already been following. I'll just mention it. Just making more than what I made last year is like always a goal on my mind. Like subconsciously or consciously, I just even if it's like, a small amount, just making more, like having a new job where because like I usually do internships or I'll do a job for a certain amount of time. But I always like to find another opportunity where I'm making a little bit more money than last time. Um,
Yeah. That's growth
so that would
mindset.
be like my earning goal, just,
Oh, you cut out real quick, Kylie.
I think she's actually out of the chat.
Okay. That's all right.
So,
Oh, there she is. We got you back, Kylie.
oh, I'm sorry, I have this like AirPod in, so it's like when you touch it, it hangs up, whatever, like trying to keep it in my ear. But yeah, so I would say, can you hear me well?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I would say, always making more money than last year. Not really putting.
Oh man.
apology.
We're
I did my
gone.
understand.
Yeah. So I would say, yeah, just for time's sake, let's see. Earning more, she wants to earn more than she did last year. Great. My one piece of feedback to that, Kylie, just is to
Yeah.
just to be specific, right? Because we want to, the big thing you'll hear me say over and over again is you got to know your numbers, right? Because
Right.
it's like, hey, I could be making, let's say I made 50,000 last year. I want to make 55,000 this year. But
Right.
once we start to even get, and that's great. That's a great accomplishment.
Mhm.
But let's say your bigger visions for the next 5 years require you to make 80,000, right? Or 100,000.
Right.
Then we want to start thinking, okay, let me not just look at any internship, but what's the internship that's going to get me the job at,
Position.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, that's really going to get me in the right position. And then you'll start to
Mhm.
think about, okay, well, oh, Coach Nena actually knows somebody there. Let me ask her to make the introduction. Or, oh, Coach Martin knows somebody at this company. Let me ask him to make that introduction. Because,
Right.
you have limited time and resources. So that makes it a lot easier for you to look at 10 different opportunities and say, oh, of these 10 different opportunities, only 5 match up with where I want to go. So I don't got to focus on those
Right.
other 5. Let me just focus on these 5. You feel me?
Mhm.
Just and
Yeah.
Yes,
also
I get it.
just to add as well, as you are thinking about these earning goals, I think that just tying it back to, I guess, one of the objectives of today is, you through what we're providing to you, through this information, through this lens, it's really about you building the tools to know how to even manage whatever you earn. Um, and and definitely keep in mind that just because you earn a certain amount of money doesn't mean you're actually, operating in the way in which you should, right? So let's
Mhm.
just say if you're if you're earning X, but you're spending Y, that's, you know, more than what you're earning. No matter how much money you make, right? You're not actually utilizing, you know, your finances, or you're not actually optimizing, you know, your financial potential. So definitely keep that in mind. As you continue to earn more, you still want to maintain these
Right.
discipline habits and tools to continue
Yes,
to keep what it is that you're earning. Okay. So
Right.
that's I know I'm harping on that point.
Yeah,
exactly.
I definitely agree. I would also say like investing is and my investing goal would probably be at the top of my list right now because I'm pretty good at saving. I just need to learn how to, like, instead of keeping my money sitting around, actually do something with it to make more. I feel
Yes.
like you guys said, like it is really important to save and stuff, but if I'm just saving and it's just like it's money building up, but also I can do something with that money to make even more and like duplicate it or triple it, whatever it is. And I think I would like to maybe invest at least like 5% of my savings, to where I'm making a little bit more money by flipping my money. So that too.
A great
That's
mindset to have.
awesome. Come on, you're already there. You're like a billionaire. I can tell you that, Kylie. I'm impressed. Impressed.
Thank
And I
you.
love it. I remember being just literally being just like you. And when I was in college and having all those dreams, but just not knowing where to go, where to start.
Right.
And that's really
Right.
why I'm so passionate about the work we do with Student Dream, because I was where you were. I had the same ambition, same vision. I wanted to do better, but I didn't know where to start. And so when it comes to what we're doing with Student Dream, we want to see you win with money now, not when you're, in your 30s, like me and Martin. Because yeah, you absolutely. A lot of times people start to grow in their 30s because that's when they've learned from all their mistakes. But I want y'all to get a 10-year head start. Raise your hand if you want a 10-year head start. Yes. And so that's why we have our Student Dream Gold membership. And it's really designed to help you win with money, not 10 years from now, but now. Okay. We want you to win with money now. And so our Student Dream Investors Gold membership is for students who are tired of being broke. And that's y'all. That's everybody who's here. You wouldn't be here if that wasn't you. And so we are helping you to win with our Student Dream Investors Gold membership. And it's really the value of accountability and coaching. So it's not just you saying, oh, these are my goals, but you have coaches like me, like Martin, connecting with you through group coaching every week, through investing lessons every month, through our video library every week, to make sure that you're getting the knowledge you need, but also you have not just the vision, not just the knowledge, but you have clear, specific goals. You have a plan to achieve those goals, and you have a system to achieve those goals. Okay. And so our next program will start August 8th. And that's really us meeting over the next 6 weeks to really help you do these things, helping you to learn how to graduate debt free, get jobs that you like, and fund your dreams. We're going to be giving you relevant coaching on how to manage your money, how to budget like a billionaire, how to win with money, how to do the job search, how to do the salary negotiation, how to start investing. And for those interested in starting a business, how to actually start a business. And all of this is led by a community of Black investors, entrepreneurs, and professionals like myself and Martin. We'll have monthly career coaching, life coaching, and decision-making coaching, because a lot of your best decisions and money is going to come from really having a clear idea of, okay, how do I get the right job? How do I make some of these life decisions? How do I make good decisions? And you'll also be able to access our network. There's a lot of companies and individuals that come to us saying, hey, we're looking for an intern in this area. We have a job in that area. Who would you connect us with? And if you're in this program, we'll be able to make those introductions. Okay, so my question for you all is, how much is becoming a millionaire worth to you? Because literally, if you do this work, you're setting yourself up to become a millionaire in the next 20, 30 years. And we're only charging $300 for this. Okay, so I encourage anybody, right? This is only for students who want to graduate debt free, who want to build a great credit score. This is only for those who don't want to have a bunch of loans in the next few years. This is only for those who want to get paid internships and jobs that they actually like. This is for those who are tired of being broke, who want to win with money, who want to invest with confidence and clarity. All right. And you can sign up right here at studentdream.org/product/money call. And again, this is my story, right? I get the challenges. I didn't have a family member who was a billionaire or who was talking to me about money or investing or career. So I understand what it's like to think, man, there isn't enough money out there. I don't have any help from my parents. I don't have any connections. The job market's terrible. But I was able to graduate Howard University having earned $80,000 in scholarships. I just got my student loans canceled. I had 3 full paid internships throughout college every summer. I graduated with a job and a bonus to work in tech right after college in New York City. I've worked for Billionaires. I've started my own companies. I've invested. I'm an investor, so this can be your story. And so if that's what you want, sign up at studentdream.org/product/money club, and registration will close on August 7th. So if any questions come up between now and August 7th, definitely ask us. But registration closes August 7th, and the course will actually start August 8th. All right, so that's it from me. Martin, I know you wanted to say something, so go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, just really quickly. I know we're short on time, but just to put in perspective, guys, this is information and resources that are valued at thousands and thousands of dollars that people literally pay for. And $300 is like a pair of shoes. I mean, it's like it's an AirPod. You know what I mean? I mean, it's cheaper than a laptop. It's like a textbook, but you're getting valuable experience and perspective that will absolutely set you up and provide you the tools to doing what you want to do in life in general and in your career. So definitely keep that in mind for sure.
Yeah, y'all. So we'll make sure to follow up with that info. And that is it, y'all. That concludes today's session. We gave y'all an extra 20 minutes. I would love it. Can we come on camera and take a quick picture with each other? I love to remember moments like this when the moment that Kylie set herself up to become that billionaire in her family, or that Abdul set himself up. All right, y'all. So let's take a quick picture. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do one more. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. All right, y'all. Well, you are in the Student Dream community officially. So we have these sessions every Wednesday, 12:30 to 1:15. Man, I'm always wanting to invest more in y'all. So I gave y'all 20 extra minutes because I wanted to hear everybody share. But I hope to see y'all next week, and I hope to see you guys in the gold membership as well. All right. And definitely follow us at the Student Dream if this was valuable, follow us at the Student Dream on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And if there's share this with your friends, right? If you have other friends who don't want to be broke, share this with them, invite them out, and we will see y'all next week. All right.
All right. See you guys.
Peace.